Hi, I'm Jim Scott, and this is the story of a young man with sky-high dreams who has enjoyed a very high-flying career. Just not the one he originally set out for. His vehicle of choice didn't turn out to be a passenger airliner. It was the insurance industry. Young David B. O'Malley was born July 14, 1946, in Long Island, New York, to parents James and Maisie O'Malley. Now, his father was an engineer, his mother was a homemaker. They led a modest, middle-class life, and when David was in his early teens, the family moved to Florida. It was there that his dreams of being a commercial pilot came into full force. He wanted to learn to fly, and to finance the flying lessons, he delivered the morning paper. He soloed at the age of 16. David's goal was a bold one, to become a pilot for Eastern Airlines. Now, Eastern's admission rules called for a college education, so that's what David proceeded to do: find a college, find a way to pay for his expenses, and then fly to his dreams.
The second largest passenger carrier of all the airlines in the free world, the wings of man.
David enrolled at Florida Atlantic in Boca Raton. And 4 days after he started college, he also started to sell insurance, simply because he found that the most convenient way to pay his college expenses and support himself was to sell life insurance in the afternoons and evenings. David was a quick learner. He quickly moved up at Life of Virginia, becoming the youngest manager in its history. LOV recognized his many talents as a communicator and leader, and he was moved to its Richmond headquarters, advancing throughout his 24 years to become a member of its board of directors and executive committee, and was instrumental in leading the growth of that company through the 70s and 80s. But the finest part of Richmond in Life of Virginia days was that it was there he met his life partner and wife, Karen Gregory O'Malley, truly the love of his life, who has been with him every step of the way. Together they built a family, first David Jr., then Megan and Catherine, and they worked hard. But as their beloved Life of Virginia changed both ownership and focus, together they made the decision to build new dreams for their family in Cincinnati, Ohio.
One of the most important things to my dad is integrity and staying true to your word, and I feel that he's never wavered from that. He's honest to a fault, maybe. Another lesson that my dad's always taught me is to surround yourself with talent. It doesn't take too many steps through the doors at Ohio National to understand what he was saying.
The board of directors of the Ohio National Life Insurance Company had begun looking for a successor for their current CEO in the early 90s. They searched for a talented executive, a person with vision, marketing skills, and importantly, a person with a true and deep passion for the business. David O'Malley was their choice. In 1992, David found a diamond with Ohio National, but it was uncut, unfinished. Moving quickly from Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer to President and Chief Operating Officer, David O'Malley was elected Chairman, President, and CEO in 1994. Now, many would have scoffed at the thought that a change of focus and new leadership would rocket an 85-year-old enterprise, especially an old-line mutual insurance company, into the financial clouds. Yet David's vision brought a new reality to Ohio National and its associates. One of his greatest skills is helping others to see bigger and to encourage them to simply outwork everyone, to face challenges with innovation, and to bring an unwavering strategic focus to the organization.
There are very few insurance companies in the United States that achieved the kind of record that Ohio National did during David's tenure. 16 consecutive years of growth against a time when insurance companies were not faring that well and when the U.S. economy was not faring that well. But despite all that, Ohio National continued to thrive. And more than any other reason, it was because David, and he's a team player, and he brought his fellow workers along with him. And I think it's not by accident that Ohio National was named one of the 100 best places in the United States to work. Not once, but twice did it achieve that distinction.
A new corporate vision called for the company to be recognized among the top companies in the nation. And in less than 5 years, exactly that happened. In a lasting testament to David O'Malley's 17 years of leadership as chairman, president, and CEO, all you have to do is look at what is now a dynamic and feared competitor in the industry with cutting-edge products and above excellent financial and sales performance. David also worked his magic many times for the local Cincinnati community. One example is when he chaired the 1996 United Way campaign, raising a record $50 million in 1996. He knows from his firsthand life experiences that giving back can change a person's path forever, and it's a life lesson he continues to share.
David is a very influential board member at U.S. Bank, not the least of which because he's a good leader, but he's also in the financial services arena. And for me to be running a large national bank, to have someone on the board with the expertise that has come from experience and not just from education is very, very important. David also has a very loud voice in the board, among the board members, but he doesn't use it too often. So, you know, you come through life when you meet someone who doesn't say a lot or doesn't talk too much, but when they speak, everyone stops, everyone listens, and it's usually quite profound. And that would definitely embody the role that he plays for our board.
And then, of course, there's a subject that has been close to his heart for all of his life: flying and aviation. In 2005, he founded the Tri-State Warbird Museum, which now boasts the nation's third largest collection of flyable World War II aircraft. But it's much more than about metal and machines. It's about teaching new generations about country, honor, and sacrifice. And with the museum, David's life and passion have come full circle.
Hello, my name is S.R. Spiegel. I'm a good friend of Dave O'Malley's. I met him a long time ago when this museum was just being built. You know, as you look around and see the airplanes in this museum, it's a great tribute to Dave O'Malley, since he was the one who, I believe, conceived of the idea, arranged for the financing, and has really been the angel and chairman ever since it was founded. The aircraft that we have here mostly are World War II, and they're all flying condition. And it's a great gift to the future generation to see what life was like and imagine what life was like flying the so-called heavy iron in World War II.
David O'Malley, a man of many parts who wasn't afraid to reach for the sky and prove if you wanted it enough, you could go there in a plane or from behind the desk.